All right, we got some big breaking news. There has been documents released from the Epstein estate that has tied Elon Musk directly with Epstein. And while this is happening, Mike Johnson is saying that he may make it so that the House is no longer in session. And we know why that's happening. It's all connected. It's all connected. Mike Johnson knows that the Epstein case is not going away. It's still deepening, as we're seeing with new information coming out each and every day now, tying one of the richest men in the world to the island. And the Epstein discharge petition, led by Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie, has the votes, and now it's just a matter of it getting voted on. Epstein discharge petition poised to hit its mark. Over this past Tuesday, there's a special election in southern Arizona that sent another Democrat to Capitol Hill, and it secures the deciding 218th signature on a discharge petition designed to compel the Justice Department to disclose the still concealed documents related to the late child sex offender. And she has said that she will vote on this. Well, I have to say, too, separately, that even if this stuff is released, we have to be super critical of it, because I do not trust the DOJ, the people who are sending really debunked charges to James Comey, charging him with a crime that he did not commit. I don't trust those sorts of people with the handling of documents like this. I don't trust that they won't either A, leave something out, or B, truly forge something. So we will be critical of that. But they still have to get released. In order for them to get released, Mike Johnson has to allow for a vote. And here is Mike Johnson showing that he will do and say anything to ensure that these documents aren't released. And if they are, they're questionable to the MAGA base.
Quickly weigh in on Epstein. Many are hoping to see more of those files released. There could be future court proceedings. Is there any reason that you have to believe that any documents were tampered with by so-called deep state operatives?
Look, it hasn't been my area that I've worked on. Unfortunately, I wish I knew more about it. It's been in the Department of Justice. One of our concerns is, of course, that it was, held in the hands of the DOJ leaders under the last administration, the Biden-Harris administration. And we all know how crooked and corrupt so many of those top officials were, how they engaged in lawfare against President Trump. And he has a concern, and I do as well, that things could have been doctored in those records. So that's part of the concern. But I'm for full transparency. We all are. Maximum transparency. The president is as well. There's no...
Okay, so it's opposite day, because what he is alleging is likely what they're doing. And the fact that they're saying they're for transparency when they're not being transparent at all tells you everything you need to know. Now, as I said, there is reporting that just came out a couple hours ago that's saying the House Republican leadership may not bring the House back at all. They think the ball is in the Senate's court, and they will return when they have a bill to pass. And as literally everyone responded here with, is this is all about the Epstein files. It's all about the Epstein files. It's all connected. It's all connected. And Elon Musk, we're now learning, is directly connected to Epstein's island. And before we get to that, I want to give you some background, because I think this is important. Because in order to know a lot about someone, it's important to know where they come from. And this isn't something I actually talked about on the channel, because I didn't think it was particularly relevant. Maybe I should have before this, but Elon Musk's father has actually been accused of sexually abusing family members, which is despicable. Here's a bit about that, and then I'm going to tell you why that's important as it relates to the files that have been released. Elon Musk, the father of tech billionaire, or Elon Musk, the father of tech billionaire Elon Musk, has been accused in multiple instances of sexual abuse against his other children and stepchildren. The claims against the 79-year-old span decades, involving alleged incidents involving 5 of his children and stepchildren in South Africa and California. One of the alleged victims was his stepdaughter, who went on to have at least one child with Elon Musk. Oh my God, whom he is alleged to have abused. Okay, well, there's some there. The allegations involving the stepdaughter are that Errol allegedly touched her inappropriately when she was 4 years old at the family's Pretoria home in 1993. A decade later, she allegedly saw him sniff her dirty underwear in her bedroom. She also claimed Errol forcibly kissed her in 2009 when she was 21, now 37. The same stepdaughter has accused Errol of sexually abusing 2 daughters he had with his 3rd wife, as well as stepson from the same marriage. Jesus Christ. Another alleged allegation surfaced around 2022 when Errol's 5-year-old son accused him of groping his buttocks. Family members contacted police, though prosecutors later dropped the case due to insufficient evidence. Okay, so there's a lot of allegations around this guy. Errol has denied the allegations, calling them false and nonsense in the extreme. This is a critical part here. Like his 51-year-old son, Elon, Errol has a large and complicated family of at least 9 children and stepchildren from 3 marriages. He claims to have fathered 2 children with the same former stepdaughter who accuses him of abuse. So that is important because, as I'm sure you know, whether you like it or not, how you're raised and who raises you kind of instructs how you live your life. Now, that's not always the case. Listen, I've been in so much therapy. I've unlearned a lot of what I learned as a child. And I will say that I have grown as an adult. Unless you do a lot of deep therapy, it is really hard to change unconscious behavior you learn as a child. So that is important to keep in mind with these allegations, because Elon Musk very well may just be reenacting the things he learned as a child by watching his father. So here's the breaking bit that just came out. Of course, this is Elon Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell. And now we're understanding now that they weren't just party attendees. Elon Musk, as it says here, was to go to Epstein's Island in 2014 on December 6th. So Elon Musk is in these files. This literally just came out. And if I were a reporter in front of Musk, here's the things that I would want to know. 1, why did you intend to go to Jeffrey Epstein's Island? 2, this is after Jeffrey Epstein had already been found to have been doing some pretty nasty stuff. So why did you still stay in contact with him when that stuff came out? And 3, what did you intend to do there? I think those are pretty simple questions that anyone should be able to answer. Now, we know that Elon Musk is so important to Jeffrey Epstein that he is literally, it says here in the New York Times, he was on Jeffrey Epstein's shelf and photographs along with the Pope and the President of the United States today, and all as well as, Mick Jagger. So we deserve to know what is going on here. Also, this to me is, maybe this makes sense. Maybe he understood and knew why Trump was in these files and what Trump has done, because Elon Musk has done them himself. Well, as I told you, we're going to keep following this. So please do hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.